Welcome to FlossTube 20.
Number 20.
Yeah.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah, we're on a festive mood here. As you can see, this dog got dressed up just for you guys, just for the occasion. Look at the joy that is on his face.
He is not a happy camper.
It is priceless.
But look at this outfit. Isn't it cute? So we had to show you that.
Yeah.
We'll be merciful and take his
hat off there. He's mad at mommy right now.
He is.
He's not. She is officially off his Christmas list.
Yeah. He won't be sitting with me and stitching tonight, I don't think.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, anywho.
Welcome to our FlossTube.
Yep.
It is Christmas.
It's Christmas, and you are?
I'm Kathy.
And I'm Peter.
And I'm Carolina Cross Stitcher on Instagram.
And I am Pete's Bee Skips on
Etsy.
Etsy,
yeah.
That's right, Etsy. Yeah.
On Etsy, yeah, we're both.
Well, actually, we're both together here. You might have figured that out already, but
yeah, and we are so excited that it's getting to be Christmas, and we just wanted to stop in and say hello, show you what we've been up to.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's been a busy month.
It has been busy.
Yeah,
but we're glad to be here today and all dressed up in our reds too. Fortunately, Kathy's not making me wear a ridiculous red hat as well.
Well, we actually went to a Christmas dinner party last night, and I wanted to stop and see if we could find some little hats or something for us to wear, but it was too late by the time.
Yeah, what a shame.
Yeah, I think that was planned.
Oh, merciful. Saved by the bell.
Yeah.
Right, anyway,
so we thank you for stopping by, and to our subscribers, you've been so faithful this year and last year, and we just are so grateful for you.
Each and every one of you.
Each and every one of you. Yeah. Last video, which was on December 1st, it's hard to believe it was that long ago, Leo was not feeling well, where you can tell that he's feeling better. He just has an attitude.
Yeah, he's our teenager.
Yeah, and thank you for all the happy birthday wishes. That was really nice of everyone. We sure do appreciate it. 7-0
this year.
Big 7-0. Had a wonderful birthday celebration. And we actually went out to dinner with friends and had a wonderful dinner, and just a really nice time.
Yep, had a wonderful time.
Yeah, and we'll talk more about that a little bit later. But we did want to mention one of our commenters, one of our subscribers, PK Penn. She said that she was going to have to get her husband to come and watch with her because he is retired. He's also a woodworker and a wood turner.
I already like the guy.
Yeah, so PK, I hope that you were able to get your hubby to come and sit in.
Yeah. Every man needs a hobby.
Yeah, it's too bad you don't live next door, and you and your husband and Peter could get together.
I wish we could get together. You know, all these lathes get to do cross stitch. It's kind of hard to throw my lathe under my arm and go visit somebody.
Yeah, you can't really do, because you can't.
It doesn't work at all.
Can't move it. Well, you've got that little one you could take, but
even that.
Yeah.
But I hope you get to watch and see. And if you have any questions, something like that, I'd love to talk with you.
Yeah, connect. Yeah, so have him. If he gets the chance to watch, have him comment and
or just watch part of it. Strap him to the chair and promise to feed him and water him after he gets done if he's nice.
That's what you get.
Whatever the tricks, it works. Yeah, it works for me. Yeah.
But anyway, thank you for that comment, PK, and it's wonderful having a wood turner in the family and a woodworker, because they can do some beautiful things for sure.
Thank you.
Well, I guess y'all are here to see whips and wood turning, and so we're gonna, without further ado, get right into that.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put Little Peanut down and see if he'll maybe go to his bed and lay down.
He was over there whining on the couch a little bit earlier. So
yeah. Well, our neighbors are having a patio or a driveway extension put in. So the workers are out there, they're pouring concrete, and he is not happy about that at all.
Yeah, he wants to go over there and pick a fight with him.
So we will try to keep the noise level down to a low roar.
He is 10 pounds of a mighty fighting machine.
He is, I tell you. But he's as loving and sweet as he can be, too. So it's almost like he has kind of a split personality.
His name should be Dr. Jekyll.
Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde, yes.
Anyway, Peter made us an espresso. So we're enjoying that this morning.
For all of you who know my history, I ought not to fall asleep during our show today.
But
cheers.
But this has Bailey's in it. And Bailey's has come out with a new one. That's one thing we like to do at Christmas, is get a little bottle of Bailey's and enjoy that Christmas morning or around the holidays.
There you go.
And have that in our coffee, but we haven't tried it with espresso before.
Yeah.
And this is a Belgian dark chocolate, and it is heavenly. So, what did you get? Did you use it?
I use the regular Bailey's on this one, yeah. But this is espresso. This isn't your garden variety coffee bean that tastes like watered down stuff from Walmart.
That is not. It tastes so good. That's Peter's weekend treat.
That's it. All week long I gotta wait. I can't get espresso until the weekend, and because if I go overboard on it, and if I drink that every day, then oh my.
And I smell it cooking in it just on the weekends, and oh, it smells so good. But I don't normally indulge in that. I just get regular coffee. I cut my telephone off. So, we have been up to a lot.
Yes, we have.
A lot going on. I went to Jingle Ball, and that was a lot of fun, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But I'm going to get right into whips.
Hey, before you do that, should we address Mary's? Or can we wait till later?
I thought when you show those, then, then yeah, then you can show Mary. If you're watching Mary, Peter has worked out your request.
I have, I have a solution to your question.
Solution, yes.
Thank you for that question. But we'll more of that later. Go ahead, sweetheart. Go ahead and
yeah. So, let's see. What all did I work on? I worked on my WIPGO, number 20, which was, well, let me start with Patriotic Barn Trio first.
You don't have your board to hold that up with?
No, I thought I would try something different because I mean, we have so much stuff right here, and that big board. I tell you,
we are a disaster waiting to happen.
That big board.
Don't sneeze, make any quick movements.
So I just got a piece of batting, and I thought I would put it behind, and maybe you can hold it.
I'd be glad to. Yeah, give it to me there.
Thank you, sweet, and just kind of hold the,
Okie doke.
And I hope I have these in order.
All right, there we go.
So this is my WIPGO number 20, no, number 12.
How close that is, we can see that. Look at the border on the bottom, isn't that beautiful?
And that's what I was working on. I had one finished. I had the Liberty finished.
Yeah.
So I started working on Justice. So I'm going to do Freedom, Liberty, and Justice. And this is the chart by Waxing Moon Designs. Excuse all my... that's a working copy. I wrote working copy up there. And that's what I do. I always do me a working copy. And that way, if somebody would like to have the chart, they don't get it with stuff written all over it. Anyway, I am stitching this on a 20 count Aida. And it's Dunes by Fiber On A Whim. I really like the color. Really pretty color. And I didn't get a lot done. Here's the floss, the fibers that go in it. Really pretty for all three. Leo. Oh, he has moved his bed all the way over there. Look at that.
Everybody's a critic.
Okay, guys.
Here, hold this for a second. I will do this then.
This
is a real professional.
Yeah, I just hope that he will.
All right, little fella, off you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, I didn't get a huge amount done, even though, I worked on it for 5 days. This I had put in, and I had to frog it because for some reason, I just went crazy with the border going around the red, and I forgot that the blue had to go around. So I did a good bit of frogging, and then, so really it was more like 2 days or 2.5 days worth of work. And I don't get hours and hours and hours to spend on my whips. Typically, it's just nighttime whenever I can pick it up. So, and I really enjoy this though. I like that 20 count Aida.
That is pretty.
Yeah, it's nice to work on, and these are really, really pretty colors.
Just imagine what you could do if you had more time to do all this stuff.
I know. Well, maybe when I retire.
Yeah, right. When will that happen?
That was Patriotic Barn Trio. Got a little bit in that.
Very nice. Very nice.
Leo.
Hello.
He's like, I am center of attention. You have to pay attention to me.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. And then I worked for 5 days on my other WIPGO, which was, actually, that was number 20. And it's Oh Christmas Tree by All Through the Night. I love this chart. I hope you can see that. We're right in front of the bay window, and it's a beautiful day.
And our light.
And we had to cut the light on though because it was
nice tree.
A lot of shadows. Anyway, I got a good bit done on this.
There we go.
This was fun to work on.
Behind there. Yeah, I got it.
Got it. So when I go for a little bit up, sweet, no, up, there, good, thank you. When I started out, all of this was empty, so I was able to get all that done and starting on this one branch here. So I just have this side and I'll be finished.
Beautiful contrast.
I love it on this red. This is an Aztec red.
Aztec.
I think it's 32 count. Yes, and I'm using white Sulky 1001. I love using Sulky threads because you can use one thread is like 2 of regular overdyed or DMC. So it's really nice. I'm getting kind of low on this. I went ahead and ordered more because I know I'll be using it for something else. I just really enjoy it.
Very nice.
So that will be on my WIPGO board again for 2024. And I should be able to have a finish next year.
Nice.
This is where I had started it. This was like my second restart. And I tried it with green and I just didn't like it. And so
the white looks a lot better against that red background.
I like it. I like it with the white.
Nice job.
And then my other whip for the month, and they put this away so I don't get it. I'm confused. There's the fibers and patterns and charts and all that other stuff. Mm. This is my Sunday stitch. Got it?
Ready.
Blessed Assurance, which is by HeartString Samplery Beth Twist. And I love this stitch. But I didn't realize until I came over here and started on this, which is more berries, that I was off, because that's off, and then I've got all this space in between here. So the next time I pick this up, I'm gonna be spending time frogging. And speaking of frogging, he's digging to China. Can you hear Leo? Ay, ay, ay. Okay.
Children.
That's when he gets aggravated. He starts digging. Anyway, to frog, these unstitchers by Laurie Holt are amazing. They work really good. Inevitably, when I'm Leo.
Hey.
Sorry. We have an unruly.
I think we're gonna have to pause. I'm gonna take him outside for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're gonna pause for just a minute, and we'll be right back. I'm probably gonna change his clothes because he doesn't like having that Santa suit on. When I pulled it out, he looked at me and he took off running, and I had to chase him down to put it on.
He knows what's going on. All right, well, we're going to pause. We'll be back in a minute.
Okay, here we go again.
Back again.
We're going to try holding him and see if that'll help.
See how long that lasts.
We've got a lot of dogs in the neighborhood, and that are outside dogs. And they get out there and just bark. And Leo, of course, he's got to put in his 2 cents. Anyway, excuse me, I didn't get very far on this for 5 days. And the reason was I had to frog. So I stitched and then I unstitched and then I started stitching again. But I was able to get that bottom. I love those stars at the bottom. Aren't they pretty? Get the grass done and then starting on the barn. So this will definitely be on my WIPGO again next year. And I don't know when I'll get a finish, but I'll get a finish when it happens.
That's right.
I enjoy stitching on it. It's a lot of fun.
Pretty. Love those borders on the bottom.
I do too. Well, they're quilt blocks. They're stars, and
there you go. Yeah.
I just love that. And the red, white, and blue.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm using mostly called for on that.
Right.
So that was Waxing Moon Trio, and I'm just going to do all 3 of them together. I did it with a stitch along with Niecey Lynn, and she finished hers right off and had it made into a drum, and it was really pretty.
Nice.
So I'm not sure if I'll do it like that or do it, you know, framed, or do it as kind of be a long flat fold, or maybe ask you to make a spool for it.
I was gonna say, just let me know what diameter you need, and I'll make a spool for it.
I'm gonna have to have shelves.
I can do that.
Built with just spools.
That sounds good. That'd be a great design. That's a good idea.
Yeah, good idea, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then I had my library.
People have shelves with curios on them and all that kind of stuff, and plates and calendars and everything else.
Yeah.
Why not a shelves going around with just all spools?
With spools.
And all that.
Yeah.
You stay right here.
You stay right here. So my next whip is Autumn Harvest by Misty Purcell, Luminous Fiber Arts. This is really, really cute. It's a needle book. And I've never made a needle book before, so this is going to be fun to try to do that. I ordered this after I saw her FlossTube where she was talking about it. And she had a finishing kit that you could order along with it. I did the PDF on the chart. I had my own fabric that I would use. Wasn't sure what, but I found something. And then I ordered this little finishing kit. And those little pins, her mom made those. Aren't they cute?
You stay right here. That's right. You ain't going nowhere.
I'm stitching this on 32 count.
You doing that?
Mystic Fabrics Atypical. I try to keep this, and when I finish one, I'll try to keep it with whatever fabric's left of that, so I can know. That way, if I want to order again, you know, I can order again. Yep. So where's my stitch?
Where did you put it? We showed it the last time we went through this.
Oh, here it is. It's in
the bag.
Yeah, so this is 32 count Belfast, 2 threads of Glorianna Mystery Silk over 2 linen squares. And this is, there were 2 skeins of Glorianna that we received at the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. And I don't know if they were one-offs, but I chose the darker one because I just love that deep chocolate brown. And it still has some variegation in it. Can you tell?
A little bit, yeah.
Not a huge amount, and I really didn't want a huge amount.
Yeah. Kind of remember those squirrels we saw at the rest stop up in Ohio.
Yes.
They were so big you thought they were dogs or jackrabbits or something.
I thought they were beavers or something. They were huge.
Don't get out of the car.
Yeah. And do you remember the squirrels we saw in D.C. when we went to visit Nick?
I do, yeah.
And they were so dark.
Dark.
Oh, my goodness. So I guess it depends on the area. There's different, I don't know if they're different breeds or if they just adapt to colder weather, warmer weather.
Well, if they're in Washington, you know, they're feeding off the cesspool up there, so they got their fur coats are going to be a little bit different.
So anyway, this is a good, you know, take a long stitch to go to the Wick First stitching group.
Yeah.
You know, on Tuesdays. When we go twice a month. And then I'll also take over to Barbara because I can just put it in my hoop.
Yep.
Hoop and go.
Work away there.
Hoop and go, yep.
All righty.
So that's all my whips.
Whips.
Yeah, I have some others. Well, I have some quilting, project bag whips, and I have the 7 new starts that I did for my birthday.
Uh-huh.
We can show those. But would you like to share some whips and I can have some of my...
Especially, it's probably cold by now, ain't it?
It's good. Yeah, I think it is, but I enjoy it anyway. You know, I enjoy iced coffee.
You do, huh?
I do.
Okay.
This
I like iced tea, but not iced coffee.
This would be good iced. Oh, it would be really good iced.
Yeah, you say so.
Anyway, if y'all missed, we're enjoying a Bailey's and an espresso.
You take Pipsqueak here.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, what I want to show you is something that a question that came to us there from Mary.
Yeah, and we talked about this
last name.
Yeah, I don't know Mary's last name either.
I don't either, but
well, I mean, she's one of our customers, so I could find it.
I'm quite sure, Mary, you know who you are.
Yeah, Mary.
Anyway, Mary had a question. She bought a cherry tiny town from us, a 1-holer, and then she came back and said that could she get a base for it because she had seen this base that I made for. Well, I made it one time and I made a spool later on, and they just happened to fit together. I did not plan this or anything like that. This was made several years ago.
We've shown y'all this before.
We showed you this before, and oops. Oh my word.
Stop the recording.
Stop recording, excuse me.
Okay, we're back.
Yes, after that disaster.
Oh my gosh.
Just didn't seem to quit.
My espresso spilt all over my planner and multiple other things. And
yep, and I went to clean up, and paper towel hit the shepherd behind us there. Shepherd hit the floor, lost his arm, hand, haven't found it.
I was handing
It might be Christmas 2024 before we get this video done.
Oh.
Glad to be here.
You know how much we appreciate y'all there with us.
I think I was trying to show the Patagonia.
Yes, and then you were going to show what Mary had requested.
I put it away.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, getting back to you, Mary, barring any further disasters.
And with a renewed, because it got spilled. Hope this one doesn't spill.
Hopefully we'll stay away from it. It's not as if we don't have anything up here on the table, though. It's a disaster waiting to happen. But
yeah.
Anyhow, Mary asked about a base for her Tiny Town spool, and I thought about it, and it would be, I thought, yeah, I could make a base for it, but I don't know if I could find another wood that would match up perfectly to hers, because cherry has different colors, actually. It's some deep red, some are blonde, some are somewhere in between. So I told her about that, and also the fact that I would have to have her Tiny Town back to make a something so I'd fit it on the base there. I don't want it the base to not have it something to secure it, as you just saw in the previous disaster.
What happened.
The Tiny Town slid right off the base there and hit the coffee cup and set in motion a whole
domino effect.
Domino effect, which left me speaking in tongues.
Not the kind we want to record.
Anyway, so Mary, what I did was to show you, as we discussed in our email, this is a mock-up, a sample of a piece of spalted whatever wood that I had in the shop, and I made a Tiny Town out of the top of it there. And rather than just be flat on the bottom, I made a little recess on the inside, as you might could see from that there.
I love it.
And then I built the base, because the base was all, this is all like one piece of wood. So the idea being in mind is that, well, if I build these in the future, which is going to be a new product for 2024, they'll come out of one piece of wood, and everything will line up like it's supposed to, and it'll be the same color because it's the same wood. So, and what I'm doing is, on the base, I'm building obviously a little lip, almost like a lidded bowl kind of thing, and that'll sit on top of here, and that way it'll take jarring, won't knock over, hit my wife's coffee, and send me off into another place, the Outer Limits or whatever.
Tasmanian devil.
And so that's what there's going to be a whole new rollout for next week. But I do appreciate Mary for asking that question. And Mary, anytime that you'd like to have a base, then what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and start with a whole new piece of cherry, build the whole thing for you from the get-go, and then we'll do the swap with the top and that kind of thing. So that we'll work it all out. But I do appreciate the information, because this gives me new ideas to work on, a new product that we've come up with there. There's been a couple of things as well too, but this has been very interesting and fun to work with. So thank you for the question, Mary, and hope to hear from you again soon.
Yeah.
And so that's that.
That's that.
Okay. Let's see. That's an FFO, right?
That's an FFO, and that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you want to do another few more years, because you got so much more to show than I do.
I do have a lot. For my birthday, as I don't know if I told y'all about this last time. Anyway, on Instagram, I posted 7 new starts for my 70th birthday. And I think I did tell y'all about it, but I don't know if I'd chosen what I was going to do. I can't remember. You know, this is what happens when you hit 70. You can't remember what you said 10 minutes ago, much less a month ago. Anyway, so I started after church on my birthday, and I tried to do one every hour. Well, I was so slow. I didn't know if I could stay up that late. So I was only able to put like 1 stitch in some of them, but some of them I have picked back up and gotten a little bit more. So I thought I'd share with you what I did for my 7x70, 7x470.
Right here.
And there's a hashtag, I don't know who created it, but it's written out, hashtag 7x470. And that's where I posted all of my starts. Anyway, Let me show you what I've been working on, or what I started. So I had 7 new starts for this month, which actually was kind of fun. It was fun kitting them up and deciding what I was going to do.
There you go, making all those choices.
Making all those choices. And I didn't do a whole lot of changes. I mean, I did on fabric. Anyway, this first one is Do You See What I See? I found this on Instagram. Really cute. It was done in 2014 by Primitive Stitching, Shelly On. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce your name, Shelly, but I just think this is so cute. I just absolutely love it. I love that song. I love the simplicity of this, the sweetness of it, and it's stitched in DMC. I think I changed a little bit of the DMC. Anyway, let me show you what. Hang on a second. Let me find my card so I can tell you what I'm stitching it on. I'm stitching it on a Picture This Plus. 32 count. It says 32 count, but I tell you, it almost seems like 36. But I did count it, and it said 32. Tarnish. Let me do it this way. Hang on. I just think it's so cute. So I've got the tree done.
Pretty. And
the snow down at the bottom. And the snow on the tree. Isn't that tarnish pretty for this? Mm. It's like a night sky. Maybe at dusk. I just love this fabric. I just think it's really pretty. Anyway, so I am stitching it with DMC. I think the only thing I changed is the star color. I can't remember what it called for, but what it called for, it was more like a green, and I wanted a gold, so I changed it to a gold DMC. And so when I first started on this, I was able to get, on my birthday, I got that done. And then I picked it up for 2 more nights, and I got the tree done and then started on the deer, his little legs down here. So isn't that sweet?
I like how the snow highlights on the tree limbs.
I do too. And that's not a white. It's a kind of a gray creamy, you know, look. But I really, really like it. Excuse me, I'm gonna throw this over here so it doesn't get all wrinkled. I'm not doing these in the order that I started. I'm just doing them whatever order I've got in my basket over here. And I don't know if this designer has created more stitches. I need to go look because I really like her touch. And the next one is not in order. I'll do this one. I've had this little chart sitting right next to my sewing machine for over a year, saying, I want to start that, I want to start that, I want to start that. So it's perfect time to start. This is a Lizzie Kate, Come Let Us Adore Him. Can you see that for the glare? And it comes with this little bonus chart down here that says joy. I love it. And I am stitching this on a 36 count Star Hollows blend from R&R Fabric. And I think I'm using the called for floss. Here's the flosses. Don't know that I changed anything. I might have, but anyway, your classic kind of Christmas colors. Very pretty. I think I did change the white. I went with, I think it called for, let's see. Called for grits or 3865, and the 3865 on my fabric didn't show up, so I changed it to be 5200, which, you know, shows up better. I love this little stitch. Let me show you my progress. Where that came from. So that's my progress so far. You see that? Aren't those snowflakes pretty? And the tree 2 different colors of green in the tree. That little white lacy border on the bottom. So I've got to put "Come Let Us" and then the A for adore him. And then there's a flower pot on the other side. A flower pot and a bird. And this came with the little buttons, the little button pack. So I don't think this will take me too long to finish. I didn't want to, you know, choose charts that were going to take forever, you know, big charts. I wanted little simple things that I could get done. And
give you a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, a sense of accomplishment. But I love the variegation on this green. I just think it's so pretty.
Nice.
Can you see that? And the B5200 really does show up a whole lot better on the Stars Hollow. Anyway, so that was one of my 7 for 70.
Very nice.
Let me keep going.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, and I love this one. This is another one that I've been wanting to start stitching since I've gotten it, since I bought it. It's Chubby Birds by Jeanette Douglas. And I am stitching this on 36 count Brea. I had a little bitty piece left of the 36 count Brea. I have since ordered more because I just love this fabric. I just think it's beautiful. This is the chart, Chubby Birds. Jeanette Douglas Designs. I took one of her classes at Jingle Ball and it was great. Yeah. Can't wait to get that finished too. Anyway, this is so cute. And this is my progress. Look at that little bird.
Cute little bird.
Isn't he cute? Oh my goodness, I love it on this Brea too. This Brea has a little bit of a pinky rose in it. And the chart doesn't have the little red dots on his chest. I mean, the picture doesn't have the little red dots on his chest, but it's charted for those.
Yeah.
And I looked it up on Instagram to see what other people had done, and they had done the red dots, so I did the red dots too. I like that.
Yeah, I think that adds to it.
I think so too. So I have to do his feet, and then do the flowers. And I bought some of these tins from Amazon, so I can't wait to get that finished.
Cool.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
What kind of frame are we gonna put that in?
I'm gonna put it in the tin.
Oh, and in the tin.
In the tin,
In the
yeah,
tin.
yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that cute? And you know, the pictures look so different than the actual.
They do.
Look how light this streak of tan is here, right? That I used to call for, and this is much darker. Is he slipping?
Yeah, I don't have to. Whatever.
Much room. So that was another one of my starts. Put this on here. This was a lot of fun. I got the idea from Kim, the Contented Stitcher. She did 5, I think it was 5 for 50. There was no way I could do 70 for 70. I think I'm gonna do that to myself. And then, let's see what else. Well, these next ones I don't have too much progress on, and I'm hoping to pick those up before the end of the year and get a little bit done on them.
Yeah. Got the whole year ahead of you.
And these will make good library stitches and take over to barber stitches and just take to different places, you know, stitches. So, the next one is, takes a while to get all this out. Mice in the Sewing Room by Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. Look how cute that is. I just love these little mices. Got the tape measure down here. And that's where I started on the tape measure. I thought that was a good place to start. I'm stitching this on 36 count Affogato by Fiber On A Whim with the called for floss. This is kind of pitiful. That's my start.
Everybody has to start someplace.
Yeah. but I'll get some more put in.
One stitch at a time.
Yeah, do that tape measure first. I mean, it's a start, so you know, I can pick it up anytime and work on it. That's one good thing about starts. And sometimes that's the hardest thing is starting.
Just getting started.
Just getting started.
You got to pick a place out on the material where you want to start at, right?
Yeah, you got to find
So
where you want to start.
To the edge
right,
and run out of
you have
space.
to measure it out. Hope everything's right. And then another one is Be Still by A New Creation Studio. I saw this the first time on Instagram. There was a stitch along going on, and my memory fails me, for a stitcher, I don't know if it was her grandson that was in the hospital, and we were all praying for him. Yeah, she wanted to start that, so a bunch of us started it, and I couldn't start at the time, but I wanted to start, and as soon as I could. And I'm stitching this on a 36 count vintage country mocha. And I don't really need to hold the thing up because that's all I've gotten so far. That's the bottom of the...
But it's a start.
Starting of the border. It's a start. So, yeah, I'm gonna love that. And I want to finish it real similar to the picture with the fabric border. Being a quilter, I really like that. Then, this is one I've been wanting to start too. And this is a whole series. I'd like to get all of them stitched. I love these colors. Hang on, let me get all this out. This is Snip Snip by October House, Fiber Arts. A skinny mini. I love that. I think that would be a perfect stitch for one of your spools.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it'll fit, but
I can make a spool to fit it.
Okay, I'm stitching it on a 36 count Winter Moon with the called for Week Style Works floss. Aren't they pretty? Yeah, very pretty.
Very nice. Well, you stay here, you.
And I got a very small start. That's my start.
Yep, get them scissors going.
So that's going to be fun. The other side I had started at the library. Time before last, I had taken all these to get the floss ready, and that's what I was going to do instead of stitching. Well, the majority of the floss was like this, so I really didn't have that much to get ready. So I just started a little bit on this pumpkin patch. And I did, so the other side of the fabric has a little bit of that. Right there. So that'll be my next one, do the pumpkin patch. Maybe.
Good use of your material there.
Yeah, and this, I like this fabric. This is the called for the pumpkin patch. It's not the called for the snip snip, but I think it works. Excuse me. Let me get a little sip of.
Sip of Joe. You behave yourself.
I have decked the halls too, so that's one I want to get done. I guess I should have done that one for Christmas, but I just was partial to doing this one.
Well, hey, you know, you got so many choices to choose from.
And I've got all the flosses, you know, so this is kitted up for those other two. And I have the tomato.
Tomato.
I don't know how many they've done. Let's see, the next one, I think this is the last. Yep. This is one I saw Brenda stitching and finish. Brenda and the Serial Starter.
Yes.
So she inspired me. That's one thing about FlossTube. You get so inspired by people and what they're stitching. I mean, I never would have known about all these designers and fabric and floss if it hadn't have been for FlossTube.
Yeah.
Because we have no local needlework shop. But anyway, I am stitching Home Sweet Home.
Home Sweet Home.
By Scattered Seed Sampling. Isn't that just the sweetest chart in the world? I just absolutely love it. And I'm using the called for flosses. I thought I was going to change this blue, so I pulled one that was a little bit more aqua. But I've gone back to the original. I really like the original. So I'm just going to stick with that. Tammy Black is the designer on this. I think it's beautiful. And I'm not going to put the date in until I finish it.
There you go.
Are you about to go to sleep?
No. Sitting here just holding Leo down.
And I am stitching this on a 40 count Legacy. It just says Legacy. And I got a very, very, very small start. Very small start. And these are the, okay, which one did I substitute? I think I took it back out. Yeah, that's the one that I was going to substitute, but I really like it. So.
Is it variegated?
No, these are DMCs.
DMCs, okay.
Aren't they pretty? So that's my 7x70 or 7x470.
Wow.
And if you missed the information, you can go on my Instagram, Carolina Cross Stitcher, and get a little closer look at the pictures. And I put in there exactly what I was using. So there's a little more information.
You put that all in the description down below too, right?
I can, yep. I do have one more. Well, I don't even know if I can call this a whip. Well, Jingle Ball. Can I talk about Jingle Ball for just a minute?
Sure, go for it.
Jingle Ball was the most fun event. I tell you, I wasn't sure about it because, I didn't go last year. I wasn't sure, how I would like it or if I would even know what to do. But I tell you, it was set up so good. I mean, you go in, they send you the links to go in and you log in and there's a lobby and you can go to the lobby and that's where they have all the special little videos they've done that were so funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, it was just an absolute blast. I took 3 classes. I took a Jeanette Douglas class, Learn Your Stitches. I took a class from 2 ladies and I can't remember their name right off the top of my head. But it was a season's greetings card. It was really cute, and they were cute. They just did a good class. And then I took, Jeanette Douglas was delightful. She's a wonderful teacher. And I took a Janine McGowan, the Blue Flower Briscornu class. So I got all the stitching done for 2 of those, but during the finishing classes, I just watched because we can watch them up through the end of the month. So I'm going to try to work on them and watch them again, before the end of the month and try to get them finished. And Jeanette's class, I ended up just kind of stopping and just watching her because I hadn't done a lot of these stitches, so I just kind of needed to absorb. And she was going fast, which she needed to because she had a lot to cover. But it was so much fun. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. $10 is what for the admittance. Yeah. They have all this entertainment. You get to meet the designers. Now on Friday, it was Friday evening, went in at 6 o'clock, and I tried to get into a bunch of the stitching tables and wasn't able to get in, so I got a little frustrated with that. But I think I heard that they had 20 per table. Okay. That was how many they were allowing in, so they were filling up really fast. So I found one stitching table. It was December birthdays, and I stayed with that for a little while, but then I had a class. So I went back. There was a section where you could go to classes, and I went back out and did the class, and then I was watching some of the designers and some of the funny things that they were doing. Teresa Kogan and her husband did this thing called Mixology 102, I think, or 201 or something, and they were mixing all these drinks for Christmas, all these fancy cocktails, and then drinking them, and they were getting a little tipsy.
They're getting pretty lit, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, just a lot of fun. The folks that organized that just absolutely outdid themselves, and I will definitely do it next year. But next year, I don't know if I'm gonna take as many classes, or I might take them, but maybe not try to get all the stitching done, but just enjoy being in the class. But I really want to try to get more in the stitching tables because there was so much other stuff going on that I didn't go back to the stitching table. So I didn't have a whole lot of interaction except with the designers and the chat that was going on. And that was fun. I mean, I'm not, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah. Lindsay Stitches, she did a video, the Stitchers Yoga, and it was just hilarious. I keep, you know, if I drop my needle or if I'm letting the dog out or something, I can't help but sing that, the Stitchers Yoga. And then they had a Stitchers dance too that they did. It was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And I've got a bunch of haul from them. It's kind of hard not to. They gave away so many free charts. I mean, I downloaded them all and I just have them on my file, on my computer. So many cute little ornaments and stuff. Yeah, yeah. Well, we need to get ink for our inkjet so I can print. But anyway, this Jeanette Douglas class was one of them. Let me show you the other classes that I did. This is the Biscornu. And Janine McGowan really made it look like, you know, I could do it, or, you know, she made you feel like you could do it. But this was it was called the Candy Cane Biscornu. Isn't that pretty? And that was in, I think it was all in DMCs. You see it, sweet?
I do, yeah, beautiful.
And then this was the Season's Greetings card. And she had, they had like 3 different variations of colors that you could do. But I chose to do my candles in white. I like white candles, and I did little gold stars on them. I think that turned out pretty. And then I changed my words to green, because I thought that looked very seasonal. And this was my pitiful little Jeanette Douglas specialty stitch start. It's going to be a tiny little thing. Let me show it to you, what it's going to look like when I finish. That's the Jeanette Douglas. So anyway, if y'all haven't done Jingle Ball, I really just highly recommend it. Everybody's talking about it.
Sure seemed like you had a great time there.
Yeah.
I like those candles.
Aren't they pretty? Mm-hmm. I love the poinsettia. So that was a lot of fun. And she had you do these little, halfway in between, these little like indicator stitches. I don't know if you can see those. So you would know where to fold and where to start. So I'm anxious to get going on that.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So I think that is all. Wow, that was a lot.
It is.
That was a lot. So do you have any FFOs you want to show us?
I do.
Or FOs? The floor is yours.
Okay.
Because I have run my mouth enough.
You know, it just occurred to me that, you know, Kathy says she only gets to stitch at night there, so she doesn't get to stitch. Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. You know, it's kind of, draw the contrast here. I spend hours and hours and hours out there in the garage working on things all day. And I got diddly squat hardly to show you. But she actually spends a lot more time stitching than she lets on to. But at nighttime is the main thing. But she's got so much more to show you. So it's kind of, there's a discongruity there, you know. I spend a lot more time working on wood, but I got less to show. You get a lot of time stitching.
Because everything you do goes out.
Well, that's true too. Yeah, it goes out the door. So
or orders. Yeah.
Anywho, I wanted to show you something that an FFO that I got done. This is called, we named this our scissor caddy.
Scissor caddy. Mm-hmm.
And this is a piece of ambrosia maple. I might have shown you this actually there the last time. Yeah. But this is actually finished now, where I made my little feet on here and whatnot, and I made this little thing here where you can hold it by, and I got a little steel stud in here that screws in, so that when we ship it, in fact, we're going to unscrew it. So we're going to have a really big box, and when whoever gets it can screw it back on. And I made some different ones there, for some smaller ones there that I tried that. That was about okay, but and another one there too. Well, that just fell, but I'm not going to worry about it. But I was thinking that for these little things here that we can make that, like this is a shape of a bee skep, or I can make it in the shape of a tree, which I don't have a sample of. Or we have also these little finial type birds that we can put on there as well too. And I have a way to attach that. And also I found too that this is a 3/8 inch hole, which are standard. we've been doing on for all of our tiny towns and skeps and stuff like that. But for this particular one, it's a little bit too large. I'm going to go to a smaller hole because it will hold the scissor up a little bit higher so you get to see your scissor better. With that, this is fine. Your scissor goes all the way down here, but some of them, if the and I don't know the terminology of the scissors, but the blade there, if it isn't wide enough, it goes right down. Some of them are wider and they stand up good. And I should have had a sample to show you, but
I don't have one handy.
Anywho, so this is going to be another product. Now this is, like I said, ambrosia maple. I've got cherry, which is part of my whips that we haven't got into yet. So
Right. Okay.
well, I'll show you that, I guess, whenever. So anyway, this is what the finished product looks like in this particular wood. I would like to do this, and we bought some different types of woods. We got some Purple Heart, mahogany. Of course, we got more ambrosia maple, and we got cherry. Yeah, and if we can get walnut, that would be nice to do walnut, but that's kind of hard to come by nowadays for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So, but so this is the finished FFO for that.
You could even do a spool right here, just a little spool.
I could do a little spool. That's a great idea. I haven't thought of that yet. Acorn. I mean, anything I can turn around on that would be fine. A snowman. Yeah, a lot of little things. In fact, the smaller the better, because I want to get into doing really small and delicate little things if I could for that. So
that would be fun.
Yeah, so that's the FFO that I got for that. I've got a couple others on those trees that I've done there. Being how it's Christmas time, everybody's having Christmas trees, I thought I'd make a few Christmas trees that for gifts and such, and also to put in our store. That this is one of the little Christmas trees that I made. This is a piece of maple, and these are fun to make. Yeah. Because I mean, they almost make themselves. I just stand there, put a chisel in, and these things just kind of pop right out of my lathe there, and it's so much fun. Made one here with another one with a little bit different design.
I like that.
I like to keep a natural bark on the side if I could for some of these.
Like this little bubble on top.
Little ball on the top there for that Christmas tree. And then of course there's some that this is just a plain straight tree, which you could put a little ribbon around there or some type of thing there. But again, this is maple, and I saved a little bit of the bark on that. And then we have a tree that grew out of our backyard there. It's called that golden rain tree right? And this was at an odd shape and had an odd little angle, but I figured I would go ahead and cut it as well too, make a tree out of that. This, this kind of reminds me of is the little hat like they have in the Harry Potter show with at Hogwarts there with the old one of them. I know the hat speaks and tells them what school they're going to be in, whatever. I don't know, whatever.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That kind of thing. But so anyway, this piece of that golden rain tree, it's smooth, and actually this only has one coat of teak oil on it. I've got to put some more
so that's a whip
finish on there. So there's actually a whip. I thought it was an FFO, but it's not. It's a whip.
I love the ones you've got back here.
But yeah, and do you want me to show those later, or what? What do you want me to do?
Well, you can go ahead and show them now, and then I'll show my maybe show your trees, and then I'll show my quilting.
Okay.
Or that too.
Yeah. Sometimes when I cut in a piece of wood, they have little worms in them and stuff. That if they've been sitting outside in the weather too long, my little friends, and I'm all the time picking them out and putting them in my sawdust pile so they can live happy in there and eat all the wood that they want to eat. But I cut a little bowl out. This is a little piece of maple here, and you see all these little holes in here? I did not make these holes. These were all made by my little friends who had little tunnels all through here. And I want you to know that no worm was hurt in the making of this bowl.
ASPCA will not come after you.
When I start cutting these things, ASPCA, I guess so, yeah. I don't think they're worried about worms, but anyway.
I don't know.
But sometimes I'm cutting them in and I stop and I look at it and then all of a sudden I see a little white thing come up or somebody peek his little head up and ask me, what am I doing? And I pick them out and send them away. Yeah. So, but anyway, so this is just a little bowl here. It's got a lot of character because of this holes in it and stuff like that. I love doing things like that to see how far I can go. And actually, this one I probably could have made even thinner. But sometimes it's not good to hedge your bets. And I've had more than one piece fly across the garage on me there. And when it comes
I just don't know how you turn it and not hit those and.
Yeah, real sharp tool and just cut with the, you know, you get a feel for these things, the touch, you know, and the chisel does everything. I just actually stick the chisel in, and I let it take what it wants to take, and everybody seems to be happy with that. So that's FFO little bowl.
Yeah, I love that.
I would not recommend trying to drink soup out of it and put soup in it or anything like that. But you
want to show you trees?
Yeah,
trees?
I love to. Because I love trees so much. I am the original tree hugger. If you know my garage, actually my driveway, I just cleaned it out last few months ago of all the trees that I have planted. I like to germinate seeds. I've got trees growing all over the place. I've got greenhouses out in the backyard there where I germinate trees. I have no room for trees at all in my yard, so all these are like my little babies, but hopefully I'll find good homes for them when I do get them to grow. I got all kinds of trees. My neighbor, a good neighbor next door here, asked me if I would like to have a cedar, red cedar tree. He was cutting down, or wanted to cut down his yard, so I offered to cut him down. He gave me the whole tree.
Yeah, that's great.
And I thought, well, that's nice. Seeing how it's Christmas, I thought I would make him a tree, so a remembrance. So this is a piece of that cedar. In fact, I just got done cutting this and polishing it here this morning.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So it's got a shock of white, white in it there and that, but. So we're gonna put a little ribbon on this and get a Christmas card to them just to say thanks, and then they'll have a little remembrance of their tree that they had in the yard there. So I really do appreciate that when people give me their wood from they're cutting down and stuff like that, rather than them burn it up. This is too pretty to be be burned up there.
They brought us over a box of goodies yesterday.
They brought some goodies. His wife is such a good baker. Oh, cookies. Yeah. And I had some oak from an oak tree that I had cut down a few years ago. I thought why not make a few trees out of that too? Oak has got such beautiful grain. See that big knot in there? And that represented a challenge because this wood was so hard that I honestly had to, after I think about every 15 minutes or so, I was running to my grinder to sharpen my tool. Wow. Because this wood is so hard. And
well, they make furniture out of it.
I guess so, because oak is really a solid wood. But any good, more trees. I'll be putting a lot of these in my store as I continue to do these because I just love making trees. It's kind of a good mindless activity, and I'm good for doing mindless activities.
I want to save a bunch of them for a forest crew.
Oh boy, that'll be nice.
So they kind of will.
And
this accompanying that.
Yeah. This is another piece of oak here. And again, just polished it up, make it nice and smooth. And this had been actually sitting outside for quite a while, and it was actually about that wide around. Time I got through all the stuff that had rotted was the actual wood that was on the inside that was still good and solid, and that kind of thing. So, but I like that.
People probably would have just thrown that away, but you're tenacious.
Oh, I don't want to throw anything away. And finally, that's a trilogy of oak trees here. This is a little bit different shape, but this one has got, this one's a little hidey hole. Yeah, this is where the little mousey or squirrel hides in here, a little chipmunk or something like that.
Woodpecker got it.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah. And again, just another nice little tree for decoration.
So cute. I just love them.
Yeah. And have you ever seen some of these places in fancy living places where they take the trees and they make all kinds of shapes and stuff like that? I think they call it, topiary or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I'd make a tree, again, out of oak because I happen to have this big old chunk of oak. I made a little tree that's like this. And the thing about this was I had to actually do something different because I had a cut right here, but also right here, this little hole goes down to here. I don't know if you can see it in here or not.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
It goes right through.
Oh, through the hole. Oh, I see.
There.
Yeah,
see? In fact,
I see your thumb.
Part of a piece of it just broke off. How about that?
Oh, no.
Well, anyway, that's just, again, just another little something to decoration to add on there. I've been making little trees, little angels, little acorns, those type of things, very much smaller for decorations for our Christmas tree. But these ones were bigger because I thought I would give them away as gifts and stuff like that. But these, they're almost finished. I got to finish off the bottoms on there. I had to put a little shellac on the bottom so that they'll won't scratch up. Although, oak, we don't worry about scratching oak. Yeah, that's not the big deal there with that. So
I love that.
But so those are some of the things that I'm working on that I would like to put in our store as well too. And along with any other ideas that come to my head as I'm working along.
Can think of, let us know.
Yeah, you might wonder if you can make it something like that. Some of y'all might be wood turners yourselves, or you have a husband or a wife that does wood turning.
Yeah, there are women wood turners.
There are.
There are. Yeah.
A lot of good wood turners.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the last of my whips is I've been starting to work on project bags. So, you know, I consider this personal, but then I also put them in the shop. I'm not able to get a lot of quilting done right now because of the busyness of just everything that's going on. Yeah. So I am able to get my quilting on by doing project bags. So I have started another batch, and I'm hoping to have these done maybe by the end of the year. I'm not sure. We're going to close the shop for 4 days starting tomorrow. But anyway, I have some of the Blackbird design plum that I've made, and these are the front panels. Of course, I've got to pick out the top tab and the back, and then the lining on the inside. But this is probably the most consuming thing. So I just thought I would show these real quick.
All those little piecing you're doing.
All that little piecing. I love it.
Beautiful material, though. Beautiful material.
I'm getting a little low on Blackbird, so I don't know how much longer I'll be able to make these. I think I have, you know, some fat quarters left. I still have some yardage. Here's another blue. And these I did, oops, I don't know if you can see the sampler fabric. And I actually cut in strips the sampler fabric, and I laid the strips down so that if you were to remove the blue, the sampler fabric would read the way it, does that make sense? Can you see? So I thought that was kind of fun. I like doing that.
Very nice. Nice quilting job on them.
Thank you. Oh, that's very simple quilting. I just go out 1/4 of an inch from the seam.
Simple is good.
One of my all-time favorite fabrics is French General. And I've been hoarding French General for a while and just not wanting to cut into it.
Didn't want to give it up.
And then I have bought some French General too, but I just thought it would make beautiful project bags. This particular one right here, this group is called Chateau de Chantilly by Moda. And these are the first group that I've got done. I just love the reds and the creams, the fleur-de-lis, the flowers. I'm just going to show these real quick. So these will all be turned into project bags. And I think I was able to do 9 panels in this first grouping.
Nice.
So that'd be 9 project bags.
Beautiful.
And the beautiful thing about most designers, when they're designing, they keep the same color throughout their line. So all of their, or most of them do that, all of their different types, or, you know, what do you call it? Where the releases will match the previous.
So there's a consistency in
Consistency in the colors, the dyes, nice. All that. So you can use one line of French General like this, Chateau de Chantilly. Of course, I don't pronounce it very well. Then this one is La Vie Bohème. How pretty. But you can see it's the same consistent color ways. Even when they start introducing blues. So I have these I'll be making project bags out of. I found that it's easiest to do my piecing if I have 2.5-inch strips. And I do hope to do a tutorial someday if I can get a little bit better at doing tutorials and show y'all how I do that. And that way you can make multiple bags, multiple project bags. But here is some of the fabric that I'll be using for the backs and the linings.
Nice.
Are they not beautiful? And I have a bunch more upstairs that I didn't bring down, but I thought I would show you these. I wrap all my fabric on comic strip boards, and it just keeps it nice and neat.
Well organized. That's a beautiful material, right?
Aren't they beautiful?
Can't wait to see how those bags come out.
I can't either. I am really excited about working with this.
Very nice.
French General. I just love the French General. I fell in love with it years ago when I first started quilting. All the paisleys and the flowers and just everything is so beautifully feminine. I just love it. So anyway, that is, I guess, the last of my WIPs. So I wanted to show previous finishes for Christmas, since we're in the Christmas season.
There you go.
I don't have a lot of FFOs, but I can show you a few. This is, I don't know that this is specifically Christmas, but I just think it has Christmas colors. All Joys for Thine by Blackbird Design. I just think it's absolute. I love Blackbird Design. That's another designer that will use the same colorway in many charts. You almost can recognize a Blackbird Design stitch because of the colors, which I think is great. Of course, y'all have seen, we can't leave out Tiny Town, Heart in Hand by Cecile Turner, and one of Peter's spools, and with the candy canes for the season. This is a Brenda Gervais. This was a stitch along that I think it was back in 21. I'm not 100% sure. Mary and Minty.
Nice. I like that.
And I found this frame at Goodwill, and I thought it went great, even though it doesn't fit perfectly, but
it's good though.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it. I think this was one of the first pieces that I had done on linen. And this was a 32 count. I think that I purchased it from Hobby Lobby. And I put it on this beautiful chair that Merritt, hey Merritt, gave us last year. I love it. Of course, I want to do a pillow for this, Merritt. So I'm going to have to do that hopefully by next year.
She loves her pillows.
I love my pillows. And then I'm going to have to just get up just a little bit.
Okay.
When I first came back to cross stitching, this was one of the first ones I did, and it's a Quaker called Quaker Noel. I don't have the chart anymore. I gave it away, and I did it in red. Let's see, Classic Colorworks Belle Soie on a 25 count Stormy Night Lugana. I made a lot of changes in it. This was going to say Christmas right here, but I wanted the words Christ is born, so I recharted that. And because of that, a lot of the things shifted. This was just a little house, I think, and I changed it into a creche. I think, a lot of things changed, so I had to only do 2 deer. Put my initial in. I don't know what else I changed. I think I put some crowns in. I think that was all I changed. But anyway, I'm happy with it. This was a thrifted frame too. It's plastic, but I think it's pretty. I think it works.
It's like in the military, if it looks good, it is good.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm just gonna put
beautiful,
it back.
beautiful color. I like that red color against that material there. I always enjoy that.
I love red. I just think red is one of my favorites. And then I have a Christmas quilt that I wanted to show you. I'm not sure if I'll be able to show it to you or not.
Get by there.
Yep.
Alrighty.
This was a stitch along that I did with Fat Quarter Shop, and it's a starflake, snowflake quilt.
Isn't that pretty? Wow.
I thought it turned out really pretty.
Very nice, very nice.
So we just had this on our couch, and it was fun. It's fun doing quilt-alongs. I can't remember the name of the fabric. And I just quilted it with like a starburst, and then almost like little, what do you call those little balls? Little, what do you call these little balls here? Let's see if I can find one.
I don't know.
Right there.
Oh.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
I just did little circles, almost like a bead. I did like bead work.
Yeah, it's like big pebbles.
Or big pebbles, yeah.
And I like the back because it's full of trees.
Yeah. Oh, the back.
The back, yeah.
Okay.
So I like trees the best.
I pieced my back.
Did you?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I didn't have enough fabric.
Almost full of trees. That's very nice. Very nice. Yeah, piece of lint right there. You didn't see that.
No.
Leo probably put that there.
Did you do that, Leo?
Yeah, he wants to take up quilting himself.
So anyway, that's my one Christmas quilt. Well, besides this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made two, and y'all have seen that. I think I showed that to you before.
Very nice. Beautiful quilt.
Yeah.
All your quilts you do are very, very, very nice.
So one thing I wanted to talk about just briefly is I just want to thank all the different floss tubers that are out there because we get so much inspiration from you guys. I was watching Vicki, the Virginia Stitcher, and she was talking about working on her journal for next year, and she's going to do color coding on her journal. So she's going to do, you know, like choose a color and assign, like this is going to be whips, this is going to be FOs, you know, kind of, you know, this is going to be finishes, this is going to be, what colors do I have? New starts, this is going to be WIPGO, you know, kind of, that's the idea. So I'm gonna do that too. I might need to buy some new.
I was gonna say we need to get some more color pens there.
Get some more color pens because a lot of these.
Those are the ones I used to color with.
I know they've got a little bit of ink in them, like that one. That green has a lot.
Green, that lime green does, you know, but that's still you need more.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you, Vicki, for that idea. I just think that's a great idea. I was watching Kim, the Contented Stitcher, yesterday. I think it was yesterday when I was upstairs working on my bags. And she was talking about doing 12 by 12. And I've never done 12 by 12. Do you know what 12 by 12 is?
Yeah, 144.
It's actually NYE 12 by 12.
On board foot. No.
I don't know who started it. I think it was Kia B. Kia B Quilting. So there's another thank you to Kia B for giving us ideas and ways to, you know, just get stuff done. Sure. So what it is on New Year's Eve from 12 o'clock noon to 12 o'clock midnight, when you say Happy New Year, you stitch an hour on each project. Now you can do it however you want to do it. A lot of people do 12 new starts. A lot of people would do 6 new starts and 6 whips. Some people would do nothing but whips. You can do whatever you want to do. Well, since I just did 7 by 7 for 70, I think I'm going to do my 12 by 12 as whips, and might be.
The point is doing for 12 hours.
Doing it for 12 hours. If I can hang in there for 12 hours, I don't know. I might have to drink a lot of coffee. And that's on Sunday too. So, you know, we'll be getting home from church and going right in. But anyway, Kim was doing, talking about what she's going to do, and she's going to be working on her samplers, and she's going to be specifically stitching the houses, which I think is a great idea. She said that Sandy, let's see, what is her name? Stitching with Sandy is also doing it, and she's going to have a Zoom. So she said, get in touch with her, and you can Zoom with her, which would be fun nice, to Zoom, chat, and stitch. Just kind of keep everybody, keep it going. So I went to her FlossTube. I had never heard of her before. So I watched a couple of her FlossTubes. I watched the one when she was talking about 12 by 12. She's also doing 24 for 24. But anyway, so I messaged her or sent her an email and asked if I could join, if she had room, could I join in the Zoom? And I got a message right back. So I'm going to be on the Zoom with that. So if you're interested, she's also on Instagram, Stitching with Sandy, Stitching, no G, with Sandy, S-A-N-D-I. And I'll link that down below too. She has a FlossTube. Get in touch with her. She'll send you the Zoom. Maybe we can chat. That would be fun. Olivia, I watched Olivia Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. Oh my gosh. She just amazes me, her stitching. And she's doing this thing where she's working on assignments. Her and a bunch of her friends are doing assignment working, which I kind of feel like I'm doing assignments too with WIPGO. Those are assignments, and I'm doing WIPGO this year. Of course, Kia Bee Quilting, she had a video also about the 12 by 12. Y'all, if you haven't seen it, you need to go check it out. I think she's going to be doing magazines. So she's going to be picking charts from magazines, and she's going to be doing 12 by 12.
Sweet.
Sandy is going to be doing ornaments, 12 by 12. So anyway, you can really make it your own. I watched Chandra stitching in Idaho, and I love to watch her, and she shows some of the most beautiful scenery in Idaho.
Yeah, well,
she's got
Idaho's beautiful. I used to be stationed in Idaho.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep,
yeah,
up in the Sawtooth Mountains there. It's beautiful, beautiful country up there.
She's got a cabin, and she goes to the cabin, and then she kind of goes back and forth, and I think she's teaching too.
Maybe move to Idaho.
Okay. But anyway, she just finished Tannenbaum, and she showed her finish. I watched her FlossTube day before yesterday, I think it was, and she showed her finish, and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Nice.
I watched Linen and Scraps, and Kathy's back, so it was great to see Kathy back and you know, there, and the two friends together doing FlossTube. Of course, Brenda and Laura. I always love to catch Brenda and Laura, the cereal starter. And Laura has really gotten into Christmas stitching, so she is going full throttle on her Christmas stitching, yeah. And of course, Carol, the Saltbox Stitcher, she is amazing, all of the stuff that she's done. She's a prolific stitcher. I'd never be able to have that much. So anyway, going back to the 12 by 12, if you'd like to join, that would be so much fun. We could do that. We could do that together, and we could just have a blast.
Have a hoot.
Have a hoot and holler. Let's see, what else? So we've talked about, you have more whips. Okay. We're just kind of bouncing back and forth, y'all.
All right.
Okay.
I just want to show you a couple of more of the scissor caddies earlier that we had. I had some pieces of cherry, a little bit smaller than the ambrosia maple, and I started cutting a couple of these here. I got actually 2 of them, pretty much similar in design and whatnot.
Oh,
and
that wood is gorgeous.
The wood it just feels it just glistens and feels so
it's like a baby's bottom.
So smooth. And what I've done, of course, I got to make the some type of thing for this. I'll do it out of cherry. I won't do it out of maple there. And I like the ideas. I have maybe a snowman or a spool or something else or a tree.
And that way you could order a spool, you know, the base spool, and then you could order all kinds of different handles.
Whatever you'd like to have for a handle there. And the handle's only going to stick up about 3 inches or so. You don't want it too big there. But and to go along with these there, this is what it looks like to make the feet. These started out pretty much like that. I make a bunch of these, and then I cut them, and then just drill a hole through the bottom, and then, of course, place the holes here, and then screw them in, put a little felt on the bottom, so I make my own little feet to go. Everything comes out of, generally, I try to get it from the same wood that I used to cut this from. This wasn't the case, unfortunately, with this one, but I had a piece of cherry that matched to the color of this so much that it really looks about the same. So it is cherry. So, but so I'm gonna be making a bunch of these.
Size?
Well, I measure them. When I make them nice and round on a lathe, then I measure, and then I just either. It depends on if I want to make them round, or this one's I just kind of made these oblong, and I'll cut them like that so they'll all be the same height.
Okay.
And then when I put them on there, or when I do the finishing on them, then the final finishing on them, I make sure they're the same height, so I don't have any wobbles and stuff like that. But I usually put, for as many as holes there are, I put in, well, not every case here. Like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one,
it's really stable.
Yeah, and of course we got 8 holes here, but these will probably have maybe 5 holes in it.
That would be good.
But I will make sure that I put I don't know how many. 1, 2,
I think
3,
probably 4
4
would do it. Yeah, you think maybe?
I don't know. I think I'll probably put 5 because having an odd number like that actually adds for the stability and less wobble of anything like that. So an odd number does like that.
Felt down on the bottom.
Felt on that, yeah. So it'll be nice. You can set it down on top of your nice tabletop and it won't scratch anything or anything like that. So that's the cherry. I wish I had that. Maybe next time hopefully I'll have some of the other wood, mahogany, Purple Heart, and stuff like that cut that I can show you as well too. So
yeah, when we come back from Christmas, you're really going to go full throttle on those, so we can put them in the shop.
Put a lot of those in the shop. Yeah, well, that's going to be a big line. Hopefully, it'll be a big seller here for 2024.
I hope so.
And cutting and making so many B-skeps and spools there, I'm finding myself having a lot of spare little pieces after I cut down from the wood that I get. There's always scrap pieces left over, and I like to, every once in a while, glue a piece together. I've got a lot of them to do now, but this is just a sample of some walnut and
curly
maple that I had here and made a little mini B-skep.
Isn't that pretty?
And like I said, this bottom is not finished. I got to put my plug in there and finish off the bottom. But this actually, you can't see it. Maybe you can see a little bit there. But the maple in the center here is actually got curly through. You see like little waves going through it and whatnot. So makes a nice contrast there with the walnut. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of these of different types of woods as well. And we'll get those in the shop for 2024 as well. And
I love maple and walnut together. I just think they're so pretty.
And I'm going to do some spools like that, some bigger skeps, and those type of things there. So
nice.
And the last whip that I've got is somebody asked Kathy at one point in time.
It was Katie.
It was Katie, yeah, from our care group in the church there. If I could make a little, a honey dipper for her.
Right.
And I never made one before, so I started making these things. And this is a sample of one of them here, a little honey dipper. Of course, this end will be cut off here.
All one piece.
All one piece, yeah. And I got to finish off the top as well, too. I've got a couple others here. This is one that's got, well, it's like a little B-skep on the end of it there. And this one's a little bit bigger. And finish these up and put with the probably tung oil, because which is safe, food safe, and that kind of thing. When those get done. So I'm having fun making those, and I'm hoping to be able to turn on a bunch of these as well.
They're fun.
And it doesn't, I mean, within an hour you can gin these things up. This is another one that I made
like
there.
A barrel. I like that.
This one's more of a barrel shape.
I think that's more the original type of,
I think so, yeah. So we've got those in the works, and then of course when you buy Kathy's bags, you always get a little zipper pull on there. And I just thought I'd show you how I make these things. Again, I do it similar to like I make these feet. I turn a piece round, and then I start putting shape on it. This one here has got like, what, 5.
And then you burn the line.
I burn the lines in them, and then sand them and finish them, and then cut them off and finish up sanding and drill a little hole through it, and it's ready to go on your zipper pull and that. So that's how I make these things.
I love that. That really just adds so much to the bag.
Too.
Matter of fact, one of our customers said, I bought the bag for the zipper pull.
You won't fit a pair of scissors in it, but it'll look kind of neat.
I did take one of the eyebrow brushes, that you use when you frog and you get all the leftover little lint and stuff, and it's down in one of these.
Well, how about that? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just wanted to show you that. That's something else that's in the works there.
That's fun.
And that's all
so much fun.
whips that I've got going on.
Wow. So, okay. Well, I have a ton of haul, and we've got some stitchy kindness.
You got some?
Yeah, we've got some. And we've got plans. My plans, maybe I should do that first.
Yep.
Do plans.
Hand the dog. Do the canine
handoff. My sweet friend Carol. Hey, Carol. Oh, gosh. She let me borrow this chart back in May. She stitched it, and I had told her, I said, oh, I want to stitch that so bad. And she said, I'll bring it to you. And it's La-Di-Da, Love Abide. I love this chart.
La-Di-Da.
I just think it's so beautiful.
How many times do I use that phrase?
I know. I love it so much. I want this right at our entryway when we walk in the door when folks come in. Because it says, in our home, let love abide and bless all those who step inside. And that is our prayer. Thank you, Carol, for letting me borrow this. And I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to get started. But this is my Christmas Eve start. I wasn't going to do it Christmas Day. Because what's going on Christmas Day? We're going to see your mom. Yeah. So we're going to be out and about. And I don't have my flosses ready, but I've got all my flosses here.
Got to get it organized.
Got to get it organized. I'm going to stitch it on a color and cotton. 36 count. Beautiful, beautiful fabric. which I think will work. It looks a lot like what's in the picture, maybe just a touch darker. Harvest Wheat. Oh, isn't that pretty? That was November. Harvest Wheat. Carol, what do you think? You think that'll work?
I don't know if the camera does it justice there for the color and whatnot, but it is really pretty.
It is really pretty. It's got a little bit of very subtle modeling in it. Just gorgeous. So I can't wait to get this on a scroll rod and get it started. Christmas Eve.
There you go. Hey, that's just going to be a couple days away.
I know it. I know. And then I was watching Kim, the Contented Stitcher, yesterday, and she was talking about this chart, Martha Wamsley. And I showed y'all last time, this was part of my haul. And her and her friends, a bunch of friends, are going to be starting this January 1. I'm not sure if it's a stitch along or if it's a start along. If it's a start along, I'd like to join. So I'm going to put this note here so I can contact her and ask her, because I would love to stitch this. And what I'd like to do, if possible, because there is a DMC conversion, is pull the Vicki Clayton silks, if I have them, that would go.
That would be sweet, because you like doing those silks.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. So that is possibly a January 1 start. Of course, I got to get it kitted up and all that too. And then December 31st is the 12 by 12. Wow, there's a lot going on. Anyway, so we're going to have to stop for just a minute, and we'll be right back with you guys. Hi, friends. We're back.
Back again.
We wanted to just take a couple of minutes and show you some stitchy kindness that we have gotten. Our friend in Maui, Sarah.
Hey,
Hi, Sarah. She has blessed us again abundantly.
I tell you, you are something else there, Sarah. Thank you.
All kinds of goodness, all kinds of wonderful things. Maybe Peter can just...
Yep, in this box, this is what...
It's packed.
Packed full of...
Fat quarters.
Fat quarters and...
We're going to make some project bags.
All kinds of goodies to eat.
All kinds of charts.
Charts.
Which will be...
Charts and charts.
Charts and charts. Tons of charts.
Wow.
Goodies galore.
I'm telling you. I can't wait to try this. This is coconut syrup here.
Coconut syrup. There was also a butter, some type of butter.
Yes.
Upcountry guava butter.
Ooh, I've never tried that.
Ooh.
I know that's got to be good.
So many wonderful things. I can't wait to get this fabric upstairs. I couldn't get into it until we showed. And then also, aren't these beautiful?
Yay, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Love our new cups.
Merry Christmas to you and yours.
I wish you all a Merry Christmas.
I needed a new water bottle. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're going to be seeing this as this comes completed projects or whips later. Just there's so much here. We can spend hours going through that.
Yeah, crackers and cookies and macadamia nuts. Oh my goodness.
Not to say Lisa with all those materials she sent you.
I know, tons of fat quarters.
Wow.
Beautiful fat quarters. And then our friends Ken and Sharon that live, members of our church and live just, not too far from us at all. We had stopped for a visit and we were getting ready to leave, and this was right outside their gate, right outside their fence. And I said, oh, what a cute little bench, what a cute little bench. And I was envisioning putting a stitch here, specifically the Sunday stitches.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fit nicely.
Wouldn't a pillow, and it has this kind of little curved seat.
It's fit in there right nice.
Fit in there right nice. Is that not darling?
That's a cute little thing.
I just love it. We might just kind of sand it just a little bit. What do you think? But not too much. I still want to keep that rustic look.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
But just to get the little kind of chip paints off and the knock those nails back down so they don't, hurt the stitching. But I just love this.
You can fix that up. Yep.
Thank you so much, Sharon and Ken.
It's nice. Yes.
Almost can see Kermit the Frog sitting.
I know it. Yeah, singing over the rainbow or whatever he sings there.
I just love that. And then I told y'all I have a ton. Look away. Look away.
Look away. That means danger, danger.
Haul. Jingle Ball haul, a lot of Jingle Ball haul, and I think that's down a little bit further.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah. It was my birthday month. Did I get what I wanted for my birthday?
Well,
yeah.
That's good, because what I ordered didn't even show up on her birthday, and it's looking like what I ordered for Christmas is not going to show up for Christmas either. So
happens.
I guess it all balances out somehow.
Look at this. Can you see that? Gold collection. I think these are minute, smaller ones. I've not done a dimensions kit before. But I was watching, here's another floss tuber that inspires, enables, Brenda, Handwork Maniac. I'll list her, I'm sure you watch her. She is amazing, her stitching. But anyway, she is stitching this, the little villages, and I just absolutely love this. I went on 1, 2, 3 stitch and I put it in my wish list. And I left it there. And then I went back the next day and looked at it some more. And do I really want to get 3 days? Went, third day I went in and I said, add to cart. Fully kitted. And these are all, I believe they're all DMCs. I'm not sure. They look like DMCs. But anyway, thanks to Brenda, Handwork Maniac. I don't know how many she's gotten done yet. But everything's in there that you need for that. Aren't they cute little dogs?
Yeah, sure enough, the people and the snowman and
Santa Claus on the roof.
Rudolph's tree farm.
Sled and the horse.
Yeah, very nice. Very
beautiful,
nice.
Isn't it? I got my...
Lots of happy stuff there.
Oh, no, this wasn't my... Okay. Jen Stitch... she's another one. I watched her FlossTube. Jen Stitching Niche. And I enjoy buying from her. She is so fast in shipping. Look how pretty she puts butterflies on her package. But I'd heard a lot of people talking about Wren. I think I have a Wren 28 count. But I wanted to go ahead and get a 36 count. So I ordered Wren 36 count from her, and also this vellum Picture This Plus, which, I've heard Picture This Plus is kind of hard to get, so I wanted to go ahead and get some while it was available. These are just good, kind of, good, standard. You gonna put it up for me?
Sure, why not? I'm just sitting here like a bump in the wall. Might as well do something.
Now to the haul from Jingle Ball, Satsuma Street. She was at Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit this year, and I'd never done anything from her before. And the Turning Leaves is the one I started. That was the kit that they went with the retreat. Anyway, she did class there, and she talked to everybody. And I went and looked at some of her charts, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these have got to be just the cutest things ever. So I imbibed. Can you imbibe on cross stitch? Lolly Claws. Look at the colors in that. And the beads. Calling Birds, this old-fashioned looking phone. Isn't that darling? Santa Cruiser.
Santa Cruiser, yeah.
A little, looks like a convertible VW. Santa Cruiser. And this one, I just love it. Cool Kid. Isn't he cute?
Little penguin there.
I just love it. Oh my gosh. And then Beth Twist, she was part of the Jingle Ball too. And I love her designs. So I got a couple here. I've got, I think this is a new one. Yep, December 2023. Go Tell It on the Mountain.
Sweet.
See that? Beth Twist, HeartString, Samplery.
Mm-hmm.
Joyful, Joyful. Oh, wait a minute, that looks like this. Joyful, Joyful, We Adore Thee. And these are Quakers. And there's 4 different charts. Isn't that beautiful? Let's see, this is stitched 40 count Patriots Brew Gentle Art Weathered Barn. That's the called for. Weeks Dye Works Cayenne and Grits. So there must be a little white in the snowflakes. See the snowflakes? Yeah. Then this one, I love this one. Love and Joy Come to You, and it's done in a pink, variegated pink, Tennessee Red Clay. Tennessee Red Clay. I think there was a stitch along going on that last year.
Carolina Red Clay, that's all we got around here.
I know it. Isn't that pretty?
Very nice, yeah, beautiful.
And then everybody has, so many people have done this, and I love it. One who wasn't in our stitching group was working on this. I think it was Donna. Baby, it's cold outside. I love that red house. Oh, I just love those.
Well, I didn't know you got all this stuff.
Well, here's more.
I never see. It comes in the house, I never see it till we do a show.
Okay, well, there's not
Yikes.
a whole lot more, just a little more of the Jingle Ball haul. Liz Matthews sent this cute little card with the order. This was her new release for the Jingle Ball.
To all a good night.
To all a good night. And I love the plaid heel. Look at the plaid heel. And Santa and his deer. Oh my gosh. You know, even just that by itself would be darling.
That's right. Yeah.
Isn't that precious? It was stitched on oatmeal linen from Fiber On A Whim. Using 2 strands of Week Dye Works. 30, really? I don't know that I would want to use 2 strands. Okay, and then this was another Jingle Ball, I think.
Deck the halls.
Deck the halls.
Very nice.
Isn't that cute? And then Jeanette Douglas, this was a PDF I got from her. So the printing on it is not real great, but it's European Christmas in a stitchy box.
Mm-hmm.
And these trees are all specialty stitches. I think satin. Bargello or satin stitch. I'm not sure which, or both. Maybe it's a combination. I love these little elves down here. Really cute. So that was my Jingle Ball haul. And then I actually ordered these as a Christmas present for my sisters.
I remember those. I did see those, yeah.
Yeah, and I had bought them some scissors, some snips, and I thought I'm going to give them a fob with their snips, but it didn't fit. The way the snips are designed, it didn't fit. So I kept these. I might give these as a giveaway at some point.
There you go.
Siggy's, beautiful. Should I take that out?
You got a lot of stuff from Siggy's.
Oh, I love Siggy's Closet. She is so sweet. Oops. See the reindeer on that one? Isn't that cute? And she always sends along a needle threader.
So I'm getting hungry here.
All right, just hang on. Wait, that party's at 5:30 too. We've got a Christmas party we're going to at 5:30. Here's a snowman. I actually ordered 3 and she sent this. I think this was the one that she sent just as a present for me. Thank you, Christina. You're a sweetheart. But yeah, these will be a gift to somebody, I think. I'm going to leave them just right in the little, except that one that's a gift to me.
Uh-huh.
And here's another little snowman. Isn't he cute? With a snowman on the bottom, a little charm. Isn't that cute?
Very nice.
And then I've got one similar to this. I just love acorn. Very fall. And of course, she always sends a card, a sweet card, with a nice message in it and some needle minders. Cute little needle minders. And a card. Yep. Here's that tomato row I was telling you about. The skinny mini. I love that.
Comes with all the floss you need and everything, huh?
Uh-huh. Well, I've got the floss in here. It didn't come with it. I bought it. Vicki Clayton Silks. This is my monthly from Vicki Clayton. How beautiful are those colors? Variegated monthly and not variegated. The ones that go along with the DMC. So I'm hoping I can kit up Love Abide. And my monthly color and cotton. This is
36 count.
Sugar Cookie 36 count, December. And it looks like a sugar cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it? Pretty color. Beautiful. And then I had asked Sandra at Cross Stitch and Crafts in Johnson City, Tennessee. We were there, the last time we were there, I was looking at this finish that she had in her showcase in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Sandra, that is so beautiful. Do you have that? And she said, no, but I can order it for you. And it is Shepherd's Bush, a full heart. So she ordered it and sent it to me. Thank you, Sandra. Is that not beautiful? Oh my. So that one is kitted up. And then, oh, who was it that, oh, this was Chandra in Stitching in Idaho. So here's another enabling. So this is Stacy Nash Primitive's Merry Christmas Pin Keep. She had finished that and it is just gorgeous. And then my last.
No, it's not the last.
No, it's the last.
I know that, yeah.
The Peppermint and Holly book. I couldn't pass this one up. By all the Blackbird, Brenda says. So, and there are so many beautiful charts in here. I think Donna has started on this one in our group, this one right here, which I want to do that one too. I love all of them.
Yeah, I'm sure you get to all of them, get them all done.
I will have to live to be 250.
Oh, that's right, you just can't die.
There's a punch needle 2 in here.
You think you do cross stitching in heaven?
I hope so. I hope so. I hope we sew and, you know, we create in heaven. You know we're going to be creating in heaven, right?
Well, sure. I mean, we're a reflection of our God, the ultimate creator.
The ultimate creator. I mean, that's part of our made in the image of God is our desire to create, right?
That's right. Imitate our Father.
Yep. So that's my haul, y'all.
Oh, y'all.
But, you know, as far as Jingle Ball goes, these ladies put in so much, you know, and the classes I took, the classes were like $30. And you got a chart with that. I didn't get the kit, but they spent a lot of time. I mean, it was like 2 hours, the class.
Yeah.
A lot of time just preparing, you know.
Well worth the money.
Well worth the money. So I just wanted to support them.
Sure, absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I wanted to show you is, I don't know if y'all remember me doing this ugly sweater stitch. And I told you I had lost the silver, I'm not sure what kind of thread it is, but it's a silver thread that's supposed to go.
The wire.
Yeah.
Represent the wire to the lights.
The wire. I found it. I was working on organizing for 2024 and going through all of my WIPs. And it was in one of my envelopes, one of my bags.
How about that?
Yeah. So the last thing, I did organize a little bit for 2024, and I really didn't have any idea how many WIPs I have. Anyway, it ends up I have 45 active WIPs.
Wow.
45 active WIPs. So I am going to do WIPGO 24. I'm going to do 25 whips in my WIPGO 24. I've got the chart all set up. Of course, you know, if for some reason this month, if I finish some of these small ones that I'm doing, then I'll have to revise this, but that's not a problem. Anyway, my stats for 2023, I was kind of blown away. So I'm ending the year, I think, with 45 whips. And I had, get this, you guys, you're not gonna, I had 40 new starts.
How about that?
In 2023. Those were my new starts in 2023. I had 20 FOs, which that's not too bad.
No, not bad at all.
And I had 24 FFOs.
Sweet.
So I want to at least get 20, that's my plan, to at least get 24 FFOs for 24. A lot of people are doing the 24 and 24. Well, I don't think I'm going to have a problem doing 24 new starts in 24.
No, not at all. You have plenty of stuff to go do starts with.
Yeah. So, but I'm not going to plan that out because I want to leave some room for just spontaneity. So I want to, do my WIPGO. I've got my I have 12 focus pieces, 1 per month. And I want to have the freedom to, if I want to stay with that piece for more than 1 month, then I'll do that. And I'll just carry those focus pieces over.
There you go.
So.
Successful leeway. Very good.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff.
And you know what we forgot to do when we started?
Yep.
Yeah. Are you going to do that now?
No.
Oh, please. Peter didn't. He had, no. Here, I'm going to hold him and you do it.
All right.
Okay, you got to do that. Already. So Peter's going to send us off with, of course, he's going to have a scripture, but he didn't do his music at the beginning.
Well, and you all are probably saying, thank God.
No.
All right. Well, we did put a little melody of things together here. This is the Christmas season.
Yes, it is.
We had a nice time to get together with our senior group there last week and sang some songs. And
that was so much fun.
It was fun. And this is just kind of a little medley of things there. But we would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And a happy and joyous New Year. And may the Lord keep you and hold you and bless you. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Gonna put my little capo on here now, and yeah, well, you were supposed to be singing here with these here.
You don't want to hear my singing.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save your sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy would come to make you new? This child that you deliver will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know? Yes, I am.
That was wonderful.
That's anyway.
So thank y'all. If you stayed this long, thank you for spending time with us. And we do wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hope to see you in a couple of weeks.
Yes, hopefully. That's our hope and expectation. Thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.